Welcome to Boots in Baltimore. I'm LeeAnn Blanchard. I'm here with Dana Bogle from Heartwork. So, welcome, Dana.
Thank you, LeeAnn. Thank you so much for having me with Boots in Baltimore. It's such a pleasure.
So, tell us, what is Heartwork LLC?
Heartwork is a leadership development organization. Essentially, our vision is to inspire excellent schools and community centers that cater to the hearts and minds of kids from cradle to career. And in order to do that, our mission is to develop servant leaders that leverage neuroscience and agape love to cultivate environments that nourish the soul, stimulate the mind, and unleash potential in those that they serve.
Cool. Okay, so you're not helping students directly. Who are the people that you're helping?
Right. So we are helping leaders who have organizations, schools, health centers, community centers, anyone who is working to cater to the hearts and minds of kids. We want to work with those leaders to help them cultivate the right environment for kids.
How did you get interested in this work?
Well, LeeAnn, I am a mom first off. Okay. I have two kids, two boys. One is in first grade and one is in fourth grade, Xavier and Xander. And prior to being a mom, I was a teacher. I was a principal, a dean of instruction, a VP of leadership development, a coach and consultant nationally, all serving in the field of education. And essentially, through all of my experiences, some have been very heartwarming and sustained me throughout this work. And some, unfortunately, were heartbreaking, but it's all because we know that there's a need, there's an opportunity gap in our country and across the world, right? And as it serves in terms of education. And so all of those experiences helped me to develop this vision for what I believe is the answer to supporting kids and catering to the hearts and minds of them. And it starts with our leaders. And so I know I needed it as a leader. I continue to need it as a leader. And so I want to continue to provide that service to other leaders across the globe.
Great. So, what are some of the initiatives that you're working on now in order to fill those gaps?
So, Heartwork, we have three services essentially right now. We provide thought partnership, we provide in school observation and feedback, and we provide leadership coaching directly to executive leaders in school settings and outside of school settings. And so essentially that service is coaching. It's personal leadership coaching, executive coaching, instructional coaching, and just all around strategic planning.
So, why is something like this, the coaching programs, the feedback, just an organization like yours, why is it so critical for education and service providers here in Baltimore specifically?
Yes. So the data shows nationally that 1 in 3 students are suffering from major depression, right? Our education system has not changed in the structures in over a century. Our staff members are burning out. Our attendance rates are dropping considerably. In fact, the World Health Organization actually just classified burnout as a designation because staff and leaders are becoming exhausted and overwhelmed by the needs, by the mental health needs, by the academic needs. Um, there are a wide variety of challenges that our students are facing. And in Baltimore, I think that there are a lot of great bright spots to highlight. There are 164 schools in Baltimore, which means there are 164 leaders. There's 77,000 students in Baltimore, and they're doing great things. And I know that the superintendent and other leaders are really striving for continuous improvement, right? I know that they have the 3 R's, which is to reconnect, restore, and reimagine. And in order to do that work, we need to provide our leaders with the right support. When we think about the academic gains and also the academic gaps right now, we know that 25% of our kindergartners are ready for first grade. We know that 25% of our students from kindergarten through 12th grade are performing at a 25% proficiency rate in both ELA and math. And so there's work to be done, right? Like our kids are also connecting with staff and they are provided with lots of opportunities both inside of school and outside of school. Baltimore has a rich culture in terms of community engagement. And so the question at hand is how are we reimagining? Like how are we getting to that 3rd R and what do leaders need in order to make that work happen and happen well. And so Heartwork is really here to be that support system for leaders, both in schools and outside of schools, in order to really strategically plan and help to reconnect, restore, and reimagine in all of the ways that we can to cater to the hearts and minds of kids.
Those are staggering, depressing, heartbreaking statistics. They're awful. But as I've been doing these interviews, I really have seen how this community of Baltimore really does care. They really want better for everyone. And
Absolutely.
so I think that this is, like you said, it's an opportunity. There's certainly a gap, but there's an opportunity.
Opportunity.
So what is the most important thing that leaders and educators could do differently right now for the children they serve?
I think it's really thinking about neuroscience and how children learn, right? In order to learn, I think that they need to feel the connection. They need to feel the sense of belonging, right? And then once we have crossed that path in their brain, right? Once the amygdala gives us the green light to say, okay, I trust you, I can work with you, then what types of experiences are we giving them, both inside the classroom and outside of the classroom, that are actually inspiring them and stimulating their minds and encouraging them to be intrinsically motivated to learn. And so I think that we have a lot of curriculum, we have a lot of structures in that way, which is great. And we also need to think about like, how do children actually learn? What inspires them? What excites them? What is fun for them? And I think that when we look at this data around depression, I think kids are bored, and the structures that we have in place are really not stimulating their minds to the way that we need it to. And so we need to really evaluate that. What can we do to make learning more meaningful, relevant, and fun for our kids?
That sounds fantastic.
Thank you.
So, do you have any success stories you'd like to share?
Yes, I feel like Heartwork in its year and a half status, like Heartwork was born in June of 2021. And we're in our second fiscal year at this point, and we've had returning clients, 3 new clients from the first year to the second year have renewed. We have a 100% satisfaction rate with all of our clients, both saying that our work has been either impactful or highly impactful on a scale of 1 to 10. And so I think that this vision is a success. And I think that the impact that we've made thus far is a success. And I'm really looking forward to the continuous improvement and impact across Baltimore and across the country and globe. That's the aspiration.
Well, as you say, this need is everywhere. It's not just Baltimore specific.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, thank you, Dana. I really appreciate this. This has been incredibly educational. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we close?
No, I just want to thank you again for inviting me. I am a huge fan of Baltimore, and so it's a charm city, and I would love to bring Heartwork to Charm City.
Great. Well, how can people contact you if they'd like to engage with you?
Heartwork is on Instagram, and we also have a website. You can check us out at www.heartworkllc.com, or you can go to my Calendly at www.calendly.com/heartworkllc and set up a time to chat. I would be so happy to chat with you.
Great. Well, thank you again. This is
Thank
Boots in
you, LeeAnn.
Baltimore. This is LeeAnn Blanchard from Boots in Baltimore. Have a great day.